Yeah, we can do as a new.
All right. It's time for us to have a conversation about what's up and about.
Thanks for joining us, Mary.
Yes.
Yeah, we told you it was going to be an all Wonder Women Wednesday episode. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so how
voluptuous.
You know, we've been paying POS operators for a while now. There's a new kind of POS operator now, and it's your ATM machine.
You know, I was talking about it yesterday, and I was saying that how have we become? How did we get here? How did we get here? I remember when the banking halls used to be filled with people wanting to do like transactions, but now you go into the banking hall and it's almost empty because you can't even get the monies that you want. And then other than transfers, by the time you think of the stress, the mental and physical stress that you're going to use to the bank, you rather just go to an ATM operator, POS operator and pay 100 or 200 naira or 300. Now they've even increased it. It's like those ones, they just gang up one day and say,
that's
you know what
today?
We are increasing it.
To this then again, you blame them now because when they go to the bank to get the cash, right? And now the bank literally has a limited amount that they give to them. So in the end of the day, it's still the buying the cash, right? So it's how available it is to them that they actually give it to others. And you know something about Nigeria, once something goes up,
never comes
coming down.
And it started from that cash crunch thingy when
when
they brought it down, you could tell they were disgruntled. Like, can't we keep it high? Nigerians were paying now.
They were paying.
And so we need to properly establish the premise of the story.
It turns out that if you withdraw, if you go to your own bank's ATM, it's free. Then before, right now it's free.
Okay.
So it's free, but the moment you hit 20,000 naira withdrawal, you pay 100 naira on your own bank's ATM. And then if you go to another bank, you are not getting that grace of 3 free withdrawals anymore.
No, you're not.
It's going to be 100 naira per
20,000.
No, I think it's per 10,000 naira.
No,
per withdrawal.
Naira
yes,
per 20,000 and an additional surcharge of up to 500
naira, depending on
if that's
so
for every 20,000 as well.
Let me read on, according to reports, right? This is a very prominent newspaper, and a print rather. So they're saying that, so following the release of the CBN circular, which was signed by the acting director of the Financial Policy and Regulation Department, John Onojah, according to the circular titled Review of Automated Teller Machine Transaction Fees, the CBN has eliminated the 3 free monthly withdrawals previously allowed for customers using other banks' ATM. So it also read the 3 free monthly withdrawals allowed for remote on us, other banks' customers, not on us consumers in Nigeria. This is now becoming
That's
really
because
long.
people have not had issues paying POS. So
yes,
they said,
why
can't banks make the money?
So under the new directive, with withdrawals made from a customer's bank ATM will remain free. However, customers using another bank's ATM will now be charged 100 naira per 20,000 naira withdrawal when using ATMs located within bank premises. The ATMs are working now.
They're working. So what has been happening is, the government recently gave a directive because you go to a bank, you won't get cash. But then you go to POS that is right next to the bank and you get the amount you need. So the government now started more like fining the banks. So about 5 banks late last year were fined a lot of money. And so it was a case of if people keep going to your bank, they don't get cash and they report you, you will get heavily fined. And so now the banks are saying, okay, even if we are going to get this done, at least, the cost of running these things are expensive. But what's the point? These ATMs will be on. The machines are going to be on. Unfortunately, you can't withdraw. So what's the point?
So now
where is the cash?
So now the thing is, most time, what really happened was, most of these POS guys are actually run by bankers. Do you understand? They're the ones that actually let me say allegedly. They're the ones that hand the cash over the guys to run. So that's why you go into the banking halls and then there's limited cash, right? And now a lot of people are wondering what's going to be the implication of this, right? So you're talking about how they're saying, since customers are paying it to the POS, we might as well get those charges. But what's going to happen now? People are still not going to use the ATMs. They are still going to use
I prefer
POS.
using ATMs. I've never liked POS.
really?
Apologies to POS
for convenience. For convenience, literally, you go anywhere, you literally find them. By the market, so as you're entering Lagos Island, they are there at the neck of it. You understand? You're at home, anywhere, even at the office here, people are running these things, right? So, I mean, what now happens is that POS operators are definitely going to increase their fees because they know that fine.
Yes.
Yeah. So that one is like is a no-brainer. So I mean, I think at the end of the day is just to see how. I think what is really, I mean, the comment I kept on hearing was literally like everything is going up at the same time. We're talking about NCC, talking about coal charges, talking about fuel. I mean, fuel is coming down. We're talking about lights, tariffs, and all that.
One of the popular filling stations yesterday I found I was selling at $9.70. So now it's putting pressure on another fuel station that is selling at $9.25.
Yes.
Right, because you go to that filling station, even though there are not so many of them, you see a really long
yeah, but that's how it has always been.
And then the other one, which everyone is, I mean, it's a national filling station, is, you know, selling at a higher price, and you'd expect
there was a time when you go to Mobile, you see queues. You go to NNPC, you see queues.
Yes.
So it's a case of, so that's the idea of the, you know, the deregulation. You can sell it at whatever price is convenient for you, and that's the advantage it is to people.
Yes.
So if those ones feel, oh, we can still sustain it at $9.70, absolutely, go on.
Yes, they have their customers that usually don't have the time to spend. Yes. And of course, let's even think about the fact that people are talking about the quality of the fuel as well. So it's one thing as the price,
that's
then people are
another
talking
thing.
about
how the pumping air inside. I mean, like few days. No, seriously, last week, I'm not even going to lie. Like, I bought fuel like today, filled up my tank, and then 2 days later, my driver was saying, fuel has, I say,
so
how?
It's either of two things.
No, wait first. I didn't say anything, I kept quiet, because I'm like, is there some hanky-panky going on here? No, I don't mean, you know, I don't mean any discrepancy. I don't mean something is doing something silly. No, that's not the point here. But, so I had to go take a picture of my fuel gauge, and then I just wanted to monitor what was going on. It turns out that the possibility of air being pumped in more than the fuel contents into the car.
It's there now.
Maybe
will be running. You'll be
you know, because I'm like, I know that I come from a very far distance to the island every day, but regardless.
Because I was thinking it's one of two things. It's either where you bought from, because I know there are some stations that reputable names, the franchise, but they have disreputable staff. Because sometimes the staff.
Yes.
And then there's also the possibility that somebody is siphoning fuel.
So there's that.
It's also difficult for certain cars now for you to siphon fuel.
So there's a particular station that sells a particular fuel from a particular distributor that a lot of people are talking about how it seems more efficient. So like over the 2-3 weeks, there have been comments about how I filled my tank up and literally it took me like twice the distance it normally would. That's because of the quality of the fuel itself.
Yeah, but now how does one determine that? But anyway, there's one interesting.
No, it's been it's everywhere where the fuel can actually be found.
Please let's just quickly talk about this.
This is a very, very hot gist because anyway. Oh yeah, now you have the gist. According to reports this morning, we saw that Two-Face has come forward to say he wants to marry another woman, Honorable Tasha. She is Igbenedion's granddaughter, according to reports. So he's come forward to say, I will love her, I'm going to marry her. If you people want to say what you want to say it. But then again, that also brings to mind, you know, last week he was at the Edo State House of Assembly, and there was quite an uproar because there was like oh God, what's going on? You know, there was a crowd around him, and he looked a bit flustered, right? And so there are a lot of allegations as to why he was there. Could he have some political,
intonations?
Well, tell you why he was
there.
Does
it have to do
with, now we know why he was
there.
He went for love. Anyway, at this point, we have to take a break. Hopefully, we can have this conversation on the show tomorrow. Right now, however, we're going on that break. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria.
This was the prelude. Prelude to the gist.